Welcome to the deep dive. You know it is, right? You're like deep into a mobile game, maybe stuck on a boss.
Oh, yeah. Or just a tricky puzzle.
Exactly. And you have to stop, exit the game, open Google, type in your question.
Wade through forums.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah, it totally breaks the flow.
it's a whole process. And that entire tedious thing is what Google's trying to fix with this new AI Sidekick idea. It sounds pretty revolutionary for mobile gaming.
It does. We're diving into Gemini AI on Android today, specifically how it works as this real-time gaming helper.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a necessary deep dive because, the promise is huge, but the big question for any gamer is about trust. Like, can you actually rely on this thing, especially with your game progress on the line?
That's the core mission today, isn't it? We've looked at a bunch of sources, and they paint this, well, a surprisingly mixed picture of Gemini Live.
Right.
It seems like it can be this amazing shortcut to getting info mid-game,
Yeah.
but sometimes that shortcut might lead you somewhere kind of funny.
Or just plain wrong. Yeah, the sources describe it like having a chatty, slightly clueless friend who's always eager to help.
Huh. Okay, I like that. Eager, but maybe not always accurate.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But the basic idea, the feature snapshot, is really compelling. It's an overlay.
An overlay, so it just sits on top of the game.
Exactly. A layer right there giving you instant help without leaving. For mobile gaming, that alone is a huge usability boost.
Yeah, no minimizing the app, no lag from switching tabs. You stay in the zone.
Right. Keeps you focused.
Okay, so let's get into the tech a bit. The real-time sidekick. How does it actually know what I need help with? It's not just a search bar.
No, not at all. And that's the key thing. It's real-time vision. The AI isn't just reacting to your voice or text.
Uh-huh.
It's actively looking at and processing the gameplay happening right there on your screen. It literally sees the boss or the item or whatever you're stuck on.
Whoa, okay, so I don't need to type out like weird glowing sword, description, chapter 3. I can just point and ask, what's this thing do?
That's the power. Exactly. You could be in some complex RPG, and instead of hitting Google for attack patterns for the 17th Slime King,
Right.
you just ask Gemini, how do I dodge this specific attack? It uses what it sees, the visual context, and to give you advice right then and there.
That takes away so much friction. Translating what you see into words for a search engine is always kind of awkward.
It really is.
Mm.
This feels more intuitive, like having maybe a friend watching over your shoulder, giving tips.
Yeah, helpful friend. Hopefully.
Well, and the sources say it's meant to be more than just hints. It's designed as this multi-talented helper integrated into the Android gaming stuff.
How integrated are we talking?
Well, beyond just tips, it's got built-in screenshot features and screen recording, all inside the overlay.
Oh, nice. So I'd finally beat that level or pull off some cool move?
You could capture it instantly. No messing with system buttons or separate apps. It just smooths out the whole gaming workflow,
Oh.
from being stuck to getting help to capturing your win.
And it apparently tries to be funny. Add some personality. Something about awkwardly funny game jokes.
Yeah, it tries. Like a little digital cheerleader trying to lighten the mood.
I could see needing that during a really tough boss fight, honestly. A bit of comic relief.
Definitely. But that personality and the actual quality of its help, that leads us straight into the really interesting part, where it works brilliantly and where it just gets kind of weird.
Okay, let's do the hits first. Where does Gemini actually shine? Where did it give genuinely good advice? If it can handle complex strategy, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, it absolutely can. The sources we looked at had some specific, pretty impressive examples,
Yeah.
like helping players with really complex, deep games. Think Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes or FC Mobile.
Wow, okay. Those aren't simple games. They need real strategic thinking, resource management.
Exactly. Roster building, unit synergies,
Right.
long-term planning. It's not just button mashing.
So you're saying it could look at my Galaxy of Heroes squad and give me actual useful advice, like hold off on spending crystals there, focus on this gear for this character.
That's the kind of solid strategic guidance it seems capable of providing. Its training data lets it synthesize these pretty nuanced pathways. It handles that established rules-based stuff quite well.
Okay, that is genuinely useful, so it's a good strategist. But then we get the other side, the creative interpretations, the comedy gold.
Uh-huh, yeah. This is where you see the quirks of generative AI shine through. It's smart on strategy, but sometimes the language it uses is unexpected.
Unexpected how?
Well, the sources highlighted this one perfect example. Apparently, Gemini sometimes calls a health potion a mystical sandwich.
A mystical sandwich. Seriously,
amazing.
that's amazing. I mean, it's funny because Okay, you consume it, you get a benefit like health, so the function is kind of sandwich-like.
Sort of. It suggests the AI gets the what consumed for benefit,
Hmm.
but it completely misses the standard gaming word, the nomenclature.
Right. It maps consume for health to sandwich from its general knowledge instead of potion from game knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of endearing, but it also perfectly shows the generative part, the potential for weirdness.
And that mystical sandwich moment, as funny as it is the perfect pivot to the big warning sign, isn't it?
It really is.
Because if it's confidently calling a potion a sandwich, what happens when it gives you confident advice about something critical, something that impacts years of your progress?
And this is the crucial part, the reality check for you listening. We have to talk about the hallucination hazard and the need for trust verification.
Okay.
Because Gemini is still an AI, and like all these large language models, it can and it will sometimes just hallucinate, make things up.
And it sounds totally confident when it does it, right? That's the scary part.
It sounds completely sure of itself. So when it tells you, with Google's authority behind it, do this critical thing, you might just do it.
Yeah, without thinking twice. But the stakes in some mobile games, especially those management or gotcha games, they're huge.
We need to talk directly about your game accounts here. Think about your main game Clash of Clans, Genshin, Pokemon Go, whatever it is.
Hmm.
If you've played for years, that's potentially hundreds, maybe thousands of hours. Real time, maybe real money invested.
It's like a little digital life you've built.
Yeah.
And one bad piece of AI advice.
One confidently wrong instruction could tell you to, I don't know, spend all your rare gems on a useless upgrade. It could set you back months.
Ouch. Yeah.
So sources are really clear on this. Do not blindly trust Gemini to manage a high-level account if you've got a maxed-out base in Clash of Clans.
You don't want the mystical sandwich guy making spending decisions.
Exactly. You don't want it making irreversible choices about your precious elixir.
Okay, so caution is key. What's the best way to use it then? How do we handle this helpful but sometimes slightly confused assistant?
It really comes down to that standard rule for all generative AI right now. Trust, but verify.
Trust but verify.
Yeah. If the advice sounds amazing, like too good to be true, or just
Yeah.
weirdly specific.
Like, sacrifice these 3 rare items for unlimited gold.
Exactly. If it sounds like that, it probably is too good or too weird to be true. You need to double check.
How?
Before you make any big move, spending rare currency, making a huge upgrade, changing your whole strategy, just take 10 seconds. Pop open a browser, check a reliable wiki or a trusted fan forum, verify it.
Okay, so verification is the safety net. It's a tool, a helper, not the absolute authority on your game.
Precisely. Use it for quick tips, use it for laughs when it says weird things, use it for screenshots, but not for those critical account-level decisions.
Got it. Okay, let's zoom out a bit now. Section 4, Gemini in the bigger Google picture. How does this fit with everything else Google's doing? Why the big focus on gaming AI right now?
Well, it's important because Gemini, this version at least, is really built to be gaming first. That focus gives it the cool real-time vision stuff we talked about.
Right.
But it also means it's different from the Google Assistant we already use every day.
Ah, you mean the one I asked to set timers or tell me the what?
Exactly. Google Assistant is more like your life admin, your smart home controller. Gemini is the gaming specialist.
Okay.
And the sources did point out that because Gemini is still, learning and evolving, some of those standard Google Assistant features, they're just not there in the Gemini overlay. They're mysteriously missing in action.
So if I'm in a game and ask Gemini to remind me in an hour to collect my daily reward, it might not be able to do that. It's purely focused on the game screen itself.
For now, it seems mostly focused on the immediate gameplay context. Yeah.
Okay.
But the good news is they exist side by side. So if Gemini can't handle a non-gaming request,
I can just ask the regular Google Assistant instead.
exactly. Your trusty assistant is still there for the heavy lifting on schedules and general knowledge stuff.
But the real story here, the bigger ambition, seems to be what Google is building around Gemini, using it as a foundation for Android gaming overall.
Oh, absolutely. They're clearly positioning this as part of a much larger play. The goal, based on what we've seen, is to turn Android into a real gamer's paradise.
A gamer's paradise. Okay, ambitious words. How?
It looks like a three-part vision, mostly centered around Google Play games and integrating AI into that whole experience.
All right, what's part 1?
Unified profiles. This is actually huge and kind of overdue. They want seamless gaming profiles that track your achievements, your saves, your progress across all your Android devices.
Ah, so my progress on my phone would automatically sync to my tablet or Chromebook?
That's the goal. Right now, it's often fragmented, right? You have to manually manage saves sometimes. This aims to create one consistent gaming identity across the ecosystem.
That would be a big improvement for serious players. Okay, what's part two? AI and the social stuff.
Yeah, that's where the AI avatars and community forums come in. The plan includes using AI to generate avatars, maybe personalize them,
Yeah.
and also using AI to build out smarter community features,
Hmm.
connecting players maybe through better moderation or suggesting groups or content, using AI to enhance the social fabric around games.
Hmm. Unified profiles, AI-driven social features sounds like a massive undertaking. But we have to mention Google and gaming haven't always had the best track record.
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
And that's definitely hanging over
The
this.
ghost of Stadia looms large, doesn't it? That was Google's big, splashy entry into cloud gaming, and, well, it didn't end
It
well.
was a very public flop, yeah. So the question is, what makes them think this time will be different? How do they avoid another Stadia?
Right. What's the new strategy?
It seems to be about infrastructure and focus. Stadia tried to change how people game, moving everything to the cloud,
Hmm.
requiring specific hardware sometimes.
Hmm.
This new push seems focused on improving the experience on Android itself. Using AI like Gemini, unifying profiles via play games, they're building features into the existing platform that people already use.
So instead of launching a whole separate, risky platform like Stadia, they're upgrading the Android experience for gamers, leveraging AI within the ecosystem they already dominate.
Exactly. It feels more grounded. It's an investment in making mobile gaming smoother, smarter, more connected, rather than a big bet on replacing consoles or PCs entirely with streaming. They're betting on AI integration this time, not just cloud.
Okay, that context definitely helps frame it. So let's wrap this deep dive up. For someone listening who's maybe thinking about trying Gemini out, what are the final quick tips?
Okay, three main things. First, master the interface. Remember, it's an overlay, a tab. Learn how to slide it in when you need it, slide it out when you need to focus. Don't let it block your view at a crucial moment.
Good practical tip. Second.
Second, double check everything. We keep saying it, but it's critical. Verify Gemini's advice before you make big, irreversible moves in your game. Protect your progress. Don't trust it blindly.
Trust but verify. Got it. And third,
Third, embrace the quirks. Honestly, have fun with it. Last, when it calls a potion a mystical sandwich or tells a bad joke. It's AI, it's still learning, and sometimes the weirdness is part of the charm. It's trying its best.
okay. So the final verdict seems to be Gemini is useful, technically cool, sometimes funny, sometimes a bit confused.
Yeah, it adds definite charm and utility. It can genuinely help.
Hey, keep it away from the really critical decisions, right? Don't hand over the keys to your digital kingdom,
Right.
especially the treasury.
Exactly. Use it for tips, use it for screenshots, enjoy the occasional weird joke. But for managing that account, you spent years building. Stick to verified sources and your own judgment.
So, looking ahead, Google's betting big on AI for the future of Android gaming. Unified profiles, AI avatars, smart communities, all built on this AI foundation. Yet that same AI foundation currently produces things like Mystical Sandwich.
Which leads to the provocative thought we want to leave you with. Given how much Google is relying on this AI,
Mhm.
how long will it take?
How long until what?
How long until the AI moves beyond this charming, kind of funny, sometimes unreliable phase?
Where we appreciate the quirks, but still have to double check.
Right. How long until it becomes a source of strategic advice that's so consistently good, so trustworthy, that the whole trust but verify step
Oh,
fades away? When can you really trust the mystical sandwich guy with your end game strategy?
that's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it? Balancing the ambition with the current reality. Keep that in mind next time Gemini gives you a super confident, slightly odd tip about your gear.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
We'll catch you next time.